Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on outside. We'll start off with downtown Albuquerque, where we did have completely clear skies 3 hours ago. We put this into motion. We get a few clouds trying to bubble up, but again, it's not going to amount to much. In fact, it's not going to amount to anything as far as precip goes. So we have another nice dry day across the metro and across a good portion of the state, but it is another warm day out there. 89 degrees the current temperature, west-southwest wind at 7 miles per hour. We are a little bit cooler over the northern mountains. We're at 86 in Taos, 87 in Santa Fe, 83 for Los Alamos as well as Alamosa, 87 in Durango. As you move down toward the south and over toward the east, we're in the 90s for a few locations, 92 for Tucumcari, 94 degrees in Roswell, and 91 currently in Alamogordo. And the eastern part of the state is really where we're going to have to watch for that heat to really crank up over the upcoming weekend. We are talking some locations making a run for the century mark. You'll see that in just a few minutes. Right now we are looking at just a few clouds over the northern portions of the state, a few more clouds as you move out toward the west, but that is really just about it. We are looking at mostly clear skies, especially for central and western parts of the state. More of the rainfall out to our west and over to our north, and that's where it will stay over the next couple of days. But over the upcoming holiday weekend, we will be trying to edge in a little bit of that precip, but for the most part, the high pressure system will keep deep moisture out of the state. That would lead to just some of those spot showers over the northern and western high terrain. We'll get slightly better chances as the holiday weekend rolls on, and by Monday, a little bit better coverage over the north and into the west. But we will be looking for a series of fronts to start to drop through into next week, and especially toward the middle and latter part of the week, we'll be watching for one front in particular to move through the state, and that will help juice things up across much more of the state and better chances of seeing a few showers. And some of that record heat that we'll be seeing toward the end of the holiday weekend, that will also be a big relief, getting this cold front to come through and to also cool things down. So good news on the way, but it's going to be about a week or so before we see any of that come into New Mexico. Over southern Colorado for tomorrow, temperatures into the low to mid 80s. Few mountain storms possible, and that will be the case through the holiday weekend as well. Not a washout by any means, and we'll continue with that chance of a shower storm through the middle of next week as well. Over the northwest, spot storm possible again over the west central mountains. Otherwise, we're looking at partly cloudy skies, perhaps a couple of spot storms Sunday and Monday, and then mainly dry through the middle and latter part of the week. Over the southwest, we'll be looking for spot storms possible over the Gila. Otherwise, we'll be dry here as well. Highs in the 80s and 90s. We'll be looking for better chances of seeing a few showers and storms toward the middle latter part of next week. Over the southeast, we'll be looking for mostly sunny skies, highs in the low to mid 90s. But take a look at the upcoming weekend, especially by Labor Day. We are looking at a high of 99 degrees, 98 for Tuesday and Wednesday, but then we do start to trail those temperatures off and perhaps a chance of a shower toward the end of next week. Over the northeast, we'll be looking for mostly sunny skies here, highs into the 80s and 90s, into the 70s for Mora. We'll be looking at partly cloudy skies through Sunday and Monday, and then better chances with those fronts coming through and temperatures cooling back to the upper 70s by Thursday and Friday. Over the northern mountains, we'll be looking for spot storms here, highs in the 70s and 80s, 90 degrees for Espanola. Better chances of picking up showers and storms through the middle and latter part of next week. Over the east mountains, we'll be looking at mostly sunny skies, highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. In the metro, we'll top out in the low 90s with mostly sunny skies, and the sunshine continues for the better part of the holiday weekend, perhaps a few more clouds toward the end of the weekend on Monday, and then better chances of seeing a couple of storms toward the end of next week as those fronts slide by, and we'll be looking for temperatures to drop back into the upper 80s.
Okay, thanks, John.